Well, Tampa police have arrested a thief who they believe is responsible for 6 commercial burglaries in 3 counties. Mark Douglas joins us now live in Tampa. And Mark, this guy was apparently caught in the act.
That's what detectives are telling us, Josh. A task force made up of Tampa and St. Petersburg police actually tracked this guy all the way from his gated community home in St. Petersburg right here to Hyde Park, where they ended up at Swan Market here, the scene of this morning's burglary. And as you say, they caught him with a cash register in his hands.
There was a brief struggle during the encounter, but he was taken into custody.
Tampa police say Antonio Earl Wright was running away with a cash register drawer in his hands when they tasered him twice.
And it was a big arrest for us.
Police believe Wright is responsible for as many as 60 recent burglaries on both sides of Tampa Bay. He's the same guy who burglarized and stole the cash register at Musa Saad's convenience store in St. Petersburg. That was 5 years ago. The police tell me they suspect he has burglarized as many as 60 businesses.
Wow, it's too much for this guy to stay in the street. It's very dangerous.
Wright spent just a year and a day in prison for burglarizing Saad's store. He's been arrested a dozen times in Pinellas County for everything from that burglary to illegal drugs and habitually driving without a license. But he never stayed behind bars very long. Now Wright's in the record books as one of the busiest burglars in recent memory. Sounds like he didn't learn his lesson.
No, it sure doesn't. And unfortunately, a lot of these property crimes don't get the kind of sentences, especially with somebody as prolific as this.
But this time, police on both sides of the bay hope this serial burglar is running low on Lucky Charms. They want to put him away for breaking into everything from bookstores and dental offices to the Toast and Wine Cafe.
We all try to make a living out of this little business, and when somebody brazenly just breaks in your property, you feel personally violated.
Now, as you just saw in our story, Wright completely covered himself during his smash and grab burglaries here and elsewhere. But the burglary task force from Tampa and St. Petersburg used evidence in that first burglary 5 years ago to link him to some of these other things. And that's how they got on his trail for as many as 60 burglaries. This is just a partial list of the ones on this side of the bay, and it fills up an entire page. But he did this here in Hillsborough County, Pinellas County, as well as Manatee County, Josh.
Oh, man. So now they have him again. What are the chances he gets a stiffer sentence this time around?
Well, I would bet that he's going to have to leave his gated community in St. Petersburg and trade that for one with vertical bars all the way around in the state prison. If he gets convicted, if these charges stick, he's going to be in state prison for a very long time this time around. His Lucky Charms have run out.
I was just going to repeat that. I like that line. That's perfect. Mark Douglas, live in Tampa. Thank you much.